Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel. And today is my Saturday mishmash. Well, I don't have anything for you. Nothing I've made, but I do have a piece of happy mail. And I do have a happy story to tell. So, it's been a very busy week for me. Last Saturday I went to Robin's market and spent the afternoon with her. Then on Monday, I met 3 friends here in Florida. And that was an exceptional day. But what I want to talk about is friendship. Friendship. I often complain that I have no friends here where I live, and I don't near me. It's hard. It's hard when you're my age and you move to a different state and everybody's settled in their lives and really have no time for someone new. I have wonderful neighbors, and if we're outside at the same time, we all chit-chat for a while, and that's the end of that. But I have no one I can just call and say, let's go out for lunch, or let's go to Hobby Lobby, or whatever. That doesn't happen. But then I get online, and I come on YouTube, and I have more friends. Oh my goodness. And I bet that's the same for all of you. We have so many friends. Our crafting community is number one. I don't think it can be beat by any other community because we all interact so well. And we do things to bring us together online. And we get to know each other. Some we share phone numbers with and we get to talk to, or we text, or we email back and forth, and you get to know each other. And it's just wonderful. No wonder everybody's addicted to YouTube. You have a ton of friends here. Well, on Monday, I got to meet 2 new friends from YouTube, and I don't want to say an old friend because I don't want to insult her, but I'll say a long friend, and it was such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Oh my gosh, I wish it could have continued longer than it did. So this is what happened. Krystal from Vividly on Paper got a hold of us and said that she was taking a cruise and she would be leaving out of Florida here. I believe she left out of Cape Canaveral in that area. And was it possible for us to get together? She would have a few hours once the ship docked on the return, and she was hoping to be able to get together with a few of us and meet. Well, I thought that was awesome. Unfortunately, Grumpy took a temporary job with the polls for the election, for the primary election. And he was working the day that everybody was going to get together. And I was so sad. I was so sad. I was so looking forward to meeting new friends. But fortunately, he switched days with another person and told me I could go because he's now working today instead of this past Monday. So I was thrilled. So Annie from Annie Creates was one of the people who was going that day. And I spoke with her and I said, I can go. Let's make plans for me to meet you somewhere and pick you up, and we'll drive the rest of the way to Celebration together. But don't tell the other 2 that I'm coming because everybody thinks I can't make it now. So we kept it like that, and it was fun. It was so much fun. So I picked up Annie, And we drove the rest of the way in the horrendous Orlando traffic. It's the worst in the world. I think it's worse than LA. But we got there. And Krystal was waiting for us. Krystal was waiting for us. And when Annie saw her, she literally jumped out of my car and ran up to her and gave her hugs and moochies. And Krystal kind of walked back a couple steps and looked in the car and realized it was me. And I wish I had had a camera ready to take a picture of her face. She was so surprised. And she kind of called out, "Sue!" And I jumped out of the car and ran up to her and gave her a big, big hug. And oh, it was wonderful. It was just so wonderful. And the fourth person we were going to meet was Jovi. Now, Jovi has already met Annie a couple of times, and I live in the middle of Annie and Jovi. And I hadn't had a chance to meet her yet, so this was a wonderful opportunity for me to meet another friend. So I think she got a little lost. Directions for, you know how it is when you depend on your GPS and it takes you everywhere but where you want to go. Yeah, I think that happened with Jovi. But she finally made it over, and Annie and Krystal were standing outside waiting for her because they wanted me to wait and come out after, because Jovi didn't know I was coming. And that's what I did. After they gave their hugs and moochies to Jovi, Annie came over and knocked on my window and she says, "Come out now." So I did, and Jovi was talking and then looked up and saw me and she said, "So, what are you doing here?" It was so much fun. It was so much fun. So the surprise added a little something, something to the day. But here we are. It's Krystal. Whoops. Krystal, me, Annie, and Jovi. Not the 3 amigos, but the 4 amigos for that day. Oh, we had such a good time. So Celebration is a town, I believe, built by Disney. And it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a fairy tale town. The homes are so beautiful. Just so beautiful. To me, it was the perfect mixture of New England and the South. And the architecture of the homes and everything. Oh, it was just so beautiful. And on the porches of lots of the homes, they had these like floor lamps. And the top of the lamp was a Mickey Mouse head. It was just so cute. It was just so cute. And so I parked my car. We all got in Jovi's Jeep and drove around. And we got to this little kind of downtown area. And this is where we are here now. And we just stood in front of the lake and took a few selfies and went on our way. And you know, when a bunch of friends get together, everybody talks at once. And that's what was happening. We were all talking at the same time, but somehow you hear what everybody says. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. So we left this lake area, and right across the street from us were some little shops. So we went into a candle shop, and then we went into another shop that had all kinds of little doodads and knickknacks and the kind of store you can just spend forever in, looking at every little thing. They had books, they had puzzles, they had all kinds of stuff. Oh, it was a lot of fun. We met a couple from Canada while we were in there, and they must have overheard us saying that we were getting ready for lunch because we were hungry. And the wife came over to us and she said, "Somebody recommended that downtown cafe on the corner. That's where we're going to go for lunch." So we had no idea what was around, so we decided to go there. It was fabulous. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm always skeptical about places that are in a touristy area. But this was a Monday, and it was early Monday. It was like 11:45 when we went for lunch. So it wasn't crowded. It was awesome. So we got a seat immediately, and our waiter was a kick. He was something. He was telling us these stories about him going to France and an old girlfriend and you name it. You name it. It was, I think he talked more than we did. Oh, it was so funny. But it made it personal. It made it so nice. So we're sitting at our table and we order our lunches and we're talking, and Krystal gives us all a gift that she made. So here is mine. Excuse the crinkling of the paper. Oops. Don't want to drop it. And she made us all an altered camera from the Dollar Tree. Isn't it awesome? And I just love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. And she just put butterflies all over it because I love butterflies. And it says inspired. And she's got green all over it because green's my favorite color. And look at that shaker mix. How pretty that is. All the greens. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And she put these two pretty flowers on here. And the back is all butterfly paper. And it says, handmade by Vividly on Paper. How pretty is that? I love this. I will cherish this forever. Cherish this forever. So, this stays right here in my craft room. And every time I look at it, I will think of Krystal. And I brought a gift for everybody as well. I gave them all one of my little turtles that I crochet. And boy, Jovi grabbed the blue one right away. Boom. Oh, you don't mind if I have this one, do you? Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Just grab one, whatever color you like. But we were laughing. We were laughing about it all. So we had a wonderful lunch. Wonderful, wonderful lunch. And then time came way too quickly for us to go back because Krystal had her flight that afternoon back to New York. And we got back to my car and we had to say our goodbyes. And, well, we cried and we held on to each other and we cried and we laughed. I think every emotion. What amazes me is that you sit in front of a computer or an iPad or your phone and you get to know these people through crafting. And who would think that when you finally have the opportunity to meet, it's like you've been friends forever. Forever. Because we have so much in common by being part of this crafting community. Oh, it was so special. It was so special. It was sad. It was sad when it had to end. It was sad when it had to end. But we'll have more times. We'll have more times. And I have other wonderful friends here on YouTube. Many, many wonderful friends. I hope I get to meet one of these days. But I am so blessed that I've met these ladies. And I'll tell you, Krystal is as sweet and kind as she is in her videos. What you see is what you get. She is wonderful, an absolute sweetheart. Jovi is full of life and peppy and amazing. Just amazing. So friendly. So nice. So easy to talk with. And my friend Annie. Annie Banani. Oh my gosh. Spitfire that lady is. And crazy and full of life and energetic. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just picturing everything from that day in my mind. Oh, gosh. Annie, my good friend, my good friend. Oh, gosh. So Jovi, Annie, and I are hoping to get together, probably at the casino, because it's halfway for Annie, it's halfway for Jovi, instead of having to go all the way out to Orlando. So that will be nice. And hopefully we can get to meet a couple other people from here. It is the best feeling to see someone in person that you watch on a screen. They're real. It's not just an image on a screen. You can touch them and hug them and talk with them. And it's just wonderful. Wonderful. So I just want to tell you about our day. It was amazing. Amazing. Any day you get to spend with friends is amazing. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. You gotta have friends, however you have them. Whether it's near you, whether it's on a screen, or whether that screen comes to life and you get to meet them in person. It's the best feeling. It's the best feeling. Wishing you a very, very, very happy weekend. And until next time, be creative, have fun, and do something just a little bit naughty. Love yous. Bye.